Good morning. This is Bill from out of Europa, Naples, and today on another lovely, crisp Florida morning, although it is starting to heat up a little bit. The good news is we get about 3 or 4 days of fantastic winter weather with highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s. We've been missing that for a little while. It's been kind of obnoxiously hot, so this little reprieve is very, very welcome. I do have this 2001 Mercedes Benz S430 sedan. This is, of course, an S-Class. It is the flagship, not the S430, mind, they go into twin turbocharged V12s and stuff, but the S-Class is the sort of the ultimate Mercedes, and has been for some time. The first S-Class actually wasn't all that long ago. Mercedes always had big cars, but they weren't officially named the S-Class until I want to say the late 60s was the first of the first. This is the W220 platform. It came immediately after the W140, which was a very controversial car for Mercedes-Benz. The 140 was, in many ways, it was fantastic. It was the relentless pursuit of making the finest and most, incredible car in the world, and some would say they succeeded, while others say they were radically over-engineered, and because of that they were problematic. So this 220 was a bit of a response to that. There in the distance you can see the AMG version of this car. I did a video on that last week. This is more the standard, car that your chairman of the board types ran around in. It's finished in black outside, good color, tan inside. It's very Teutonic. It's very stately. When you arrive somewhere, an S-Class is the way to do it. People will think somebody important has showed up, and that could be, again, either the head of a Lithuanian crime syndicate or the finance minister for Sweden. You can see the styling on this. Again, quite a departure for Mercedes. Gone are the stodgy, boxy looks, and it's replaced with a much more aerodynamic, smooth, rounded edge sort of platform. It's got very good looking 7-spoke wheels. It's got nice chrome bits where they're needed, inset door handles, lovely big tail lamps, chrome bits in the back. It's just a good looking car, the 220. It's not my favorite S-Class by any stretch, but it is a fine looking car, and of course did have some great innovations. It is the footprint is smaller than the 140 car, but the interior space is larger, so that sort of paved the way into the future. See those big European jewel-looking headlamps up front. You got the star guiding the way in the middle of the hood. Nice. It's just an all very attractive, handsome, simple design. Very, very Teutonic and lovely to look at. All right, let's start inside the trunk. So we got a little button we can press there, and up it comes, and it beeps at you. And why it's beeping back here, I'm not entirely sure. It's warning me the trunk is open somehow. Oh, that was the sound of the pump running that sucks the trunk down. Anyway, you can see it's got the original floor mats, nice. It's got the little infant containment net. I suppose you could put a small dog in there too in the back. Still there, all lovely. We get in here, you've got a rope, you got looks like a first aid kit down there. Your toolkit still present, nice, full-size spare on a proper alloy, lovely, and of course your battery. So everything tucked nicely under there. You also have your CD changer. Put that back down, and you got a nice big trunk with plenty of room to put stuff. Okay, let's have a look under the hood. So most S's did come with the V8, certainly in America, and were mostly long wheelbase. This was the smaller of the two, forgive me for the drips, we just washed this car this morning. This was the smaller of the two V8s on offer, 4.3 liters, 275 horse, single overhead cam. It's a bit of a workhorse, a very nice, simple engine, puts out good horsepower, good torque, very, very smooth. That's made into an absolutely bulletproof 5-speed automatic. You see stuff under here like the ABS system and the suspension aromatic stuff, but you know, nice and simple under the hood, very easy to maintain and live with, and a good solid car. The drivetrains in these things are absolutely bulletproof. Low mileage car, good ownership, and looks it when you open up the hood. Have a look in the back seat here. So again, being the long wheelbase model, you get plenty of leg room. If you're a 7-footer, you're not going to have a problem sitting in there. Plenty of places to put your legs. Nice, rich, soft Teutonic leather, firm the way a Mercedes likes to make their leather. Although there's little headrests are kind of bunchy back there, almost Jaguar-esque. But anyway, very comfortable place to be. They also give you these map lights and drop-down visors, so if you need to powder your nose, you got it available to you. Nice looking door panels here, everything proper, wood inlays, all very lovely. You got rear side airbags to keep the occupants happy and safe back there, and your Canadians are going to be thrilled in the back of this car. 3 of them fit back there, no problem. They even give you some kind of big center console thing with some cup holders. I can't seem to make work. There they go. So you have your coffee back there and keep a nice 45 in the center so you're ready to spring into action. It does have soft closed doors. I did it too hard, so get them close and it sucks them in. It'll do that all the way around the car. I don't know if that one's working. Oh, there it goes. So yeah, let's see. Got the driver's side going. You know, in a car that hasn't been maintained, frankly, these are one of the things that's going to be the first to go. So, that door's closed so good I can't get them to do their suck in here. Oh, for the love of God. All right. That may or may not be working. I'm not getting it close, so if it isn't, I'll make it work. It's actually the driver's door that's almost always the first to go. Okay, so in here, beautiful big lazy boy type seats, but nice and firm and supportive the way a Benz should be. You've got your lumbar support. You got a neat little compartment to put more weapons or drugs. You've got lovely wood inlays, your 52-way power seats with the memory, more wood with the window switches. We got the window sticker with this car. I don't know why it's there, but it's there. Side airbags, you know, all very nice, Teutonic, expensive, exactly what an S-Class should be. You see that backlit instrument cluster. That was robbed from Lexus. You know, they were the ones who came out with that whole black cluster lighting up from when you get in it. And yeah, kudos to them for guiding Mercedes. Very often it had always been the other way around. Let's fire this thing up. Okay, there you see just 58,000 miles on the clock of this thing. It's just getting started. We got automatic headlamps over here. You've got your cruise control, your wipers. This does have voice command, which who knows if it's going to work. That never listens to me, but let's try it. All right, hold on. 90.1. And it goes to navigation. So for whatever reason, voice commands in these cars just don't like me very much. Very nice, simple leather steering wheel. You know, the S-Class is, it's a very reserved car. You know, I did a Jaguar earlier this morning, which is much more frilly and doily and lacy. The S-Class isn't like that. As I say about them, they don't really have much of a sense of humor. They're just designed to transport you in incredible comfort, style, and solidity, you know, without all the, you know, leathery, chromy, woody accoutrements. Just enough to be proper, but not enough to be overboard. Very nice instrument cluster. You got your temp, your fuel gauge, your tach. You've got, obviously, your little driver information center here. You can go through radio, navi, you know, that sort of thing. We have no malfunctions other than the driver. And you can change your settings there. You can see we're in P for park. We're in S for standard mode. That's summer. Yeah, winter, summer on this. So let's stick with summer. Yeah, you got volume control for the radio here. It's too early for Bluetooth. This was for some kind of Mercedes Benz StarTech phone you could have. I don't think this is going to be Bluetooth upgradable. Look at that, we still got the StarTech. Oh, I love it. Look at this thing. Miami Vice. Let's see if it fires up. Oh, there it is. I'm hearing beeps. Maybe I'll try calling someone. I love it. All right, very, very cool stuff. For connectability, we'll leave that in there. A little Mercedes StarTech. God, that's a blast from the past. On this side, yeah, look at that. Cup holders functioning. Nice. Over here, your ESP, electronic stability program. Here's your airmatic suspension. If you want to raise the car up, you can. You press it once, it's going to go up a little bit. You press it twice, it's going to go up a lot, and that's going to help you with any ground clearance issues you might be having in a driveway or whatever. Actually, there's a way to... Oh my God, I got that all completely backwards. Okay, so there's the rising, and you see that airmatic. I hear the pump. We're lifting up. Very cool. So that is the suspension settings on this car. God, I'm telling you, man, I am losing it. So I presume it's going to be 1 to make it a little bit stiff and sporty, 2 to make it a lot more stiff and sporty. So that's you know, all very cool stuff. And then we're going to turn all of it off. So let's see how we do that. Okay, now we're going to go back down. And we're going to turn off our suspension settings. This will lower the rear headrests. This is your hazards. This is your lock and unlock. This disables the motion sensor. That thing ran the rear screen. Nice. And then you get into Mercedes Benz. I don't think they called it a command at this point. Maybe they did, but either way, that gives you your telephone, hilariously, your StarTech, your radio, CD. Let's see, eject. You can even have a cassette in there. And we have one. Let's see what we have. God, this is great. All right, we've got... Who the hell is this? Diana Schur talking about you. Hard driving mama. Oh my God. All right, let's hear that. That sounds fantastic. Oh, funky. Okay, there it is. She's a hard driving mama. Brings me to one thing that I'm not in love with on this car is you would think that this knob would free for volume. I mean, it's intuitively the volume knob, but instead volume are the little arrows on either side of it, and this just moves the cursor around the screen, which really bugs the crap out of me. Let's see if we got a map on this thing. Current location. Yeah, there we go. So you've got nav. It's like Pac-Man in your dashboard. I mean, this is from like 1952. But anyway, I guess it's there if you want to try it. In-dash CD. Nice. Here's all your climate control stuff for driver and passenger. Defrosts, front, rear. This activates the charcoal filter. Got an ashtray to take up smoking. Little compartment down there to put stuff in. Your very nice, you know, a residue of the gated shifter of years past, but more gated than currently. And if you want to shift it tiptronically, you can bang your way through the gears by going left or right. You see 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, D. Anyway, neat stuff. Over here, glove box, big set of books in there. Look at this. We got like 2 keys and then the spare key. This is a very nice, complete car. And if you look at this thing, this 2001 Sondern class, you can see it was 71 grand new, so not exactly a cheap piece. And nice to see the books, keys, and window stickers and all that stuff still with the car. Up here you have a self-dimming mirror, the Mercedes Benz M brace, the... Oh God, who is this woman? Now she's getting irritating. Let's turn that down. SOS, angry German woman. When you press that, is gonna find out why you're bothering her. Self-dimming mirror, home link garage door. Got a nice big power sunroof. Program nice, huge. I mean, that is an absolutely huge roof, and also glass, so you can have it closed and still get a view of the sky above. All right, let's go for a spin. Fantastic turning radius in these cars. It's the one thing Mercedes-Benz has always done extraordinarily well, is their steering geometry. That star leading the way, you know, lovely feel of solidity. I mean, it doesn't have the same heaviness to it that the 140 had, but you can sure as hell tell you're in an S-Class. You get a nice little rumble from that V8 while still being completely detached from it. I see you see that weird crap the camera's doing with the display where it makes it look wavy. I can promise you it's not wavy at all. Here, let's see this. Let's test to see who's gonna let us out. No, 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 no. Thank you, very kind. Thank you, very kind. Thanks a lot, appreciate it, thank you. So, human charity at an absolute minimum this morning, as per usual. Anyway, yeah, this is zero, and that's how it looks. So whatever weird thing it's doing when I back off, where it's like being wavy, it's not really like that. That's just a weird trick of the camera. And look at that poor woman on the bicycle. She is taking her life in her hands with these lunatics and jerk-offs driving around here. I don't know what it is. Like driving in on the highway this morning, I mean, it was unbelievable. The lane changing, the sweeping in and out, one guy going 50 in the fast lane, another guy going 110 in the slow lane. I just feel like, you know, it just can't be that I'm getting old and crabby. I really feel there has been a decline in the ability of people to operate a motor vehicle just within my lifetime. It reminds me so much more of the third world than what I remember when I was a kid. In fact, I think if you go to the third world, they're probably driving better. All right, listen to that thing. It's a nice big growl from that V8. Again, 275 horses working for you. You know, not a super race car or anything, but plenty to move this thing down the road. It's a big 4,000 pound, 4,200 pound car. So it takes a little juice to get it rolling. And there it is. What can I say? I mean, again, it's just a lovely way to get from point A to point B in style and safety and comfort and convenience. Even now, even 18 years later, you know, this car, it feels nice. It feels modern. It drives modern. You know, you get in that ES in front of you, it's not going to have the same loveliness that this thing does going down the road. The way Mercedes engineers build these things, they just attach the driver to the car in a really, really nice way, where you just feel every ounce of the engineering in it in a super solid, you know, way to get down the road. It's just a nice feeling in an S-Class. You know, chairman of the board. And looking at the view screen, that little thing is really bothering me. Anyway, a lot of things bothering me. 2001 Mercedes Benz S 430, 58,000 miles, black and tan, you know, 3 keys, window sticker, books, just a lovely, lovely vehicle, and can be had for a great price. So if you have an interest, give us a call, 239-298-8000, on the web at aenaples.com. Thank you so much for having a look. We appreciate it, and we will see you with the next one. Take care. God, look at the ridiculous wheels on that thing. Good Lord. Anyway, see you next time.